How is everybody doing? Today is May 15th, 2014, and I want to show a few things I've been doing with Adobe Acrobat 10 and also the ScanSnap. I've got a couple of files that I have opened up here. I opened up the Code of Criminal Procedure and the Court Reporter Rules Standards, and I printed those out and I scanned them in. But I want to go through the whole process here on scanning in the exhibits. I took Code of Criminal Procedure and I took the Standards and Rules for Court Reporters, and I printed those out into a file and I scanned them in like this, and I was playing around with it. But I want to start somewhere else before I get to that part. ScanSnap, when you have ScanSnap on your computer, you can go to the little icon in the little up arrow button over by the clock, and you can go to your scan button settings and you can open those up. And I've gone through some of this before, but I want to go through it again just to refresh everybody's mind. Normally when you first get the ScanSnap scanner, it's going to have the quick menu checked, and I've unchecked that. And then I've gone through the process of the different tabs here and setting it up the way I want it. The first thing I went to was Application, and I chose Adobe Acrobat as my application. You can also click on that window and drop down, and you'll see it will give you a list of different programs that you could use or manipulate. But I have Adobe Acrobat 10, so that's the file that I'm using. Now, my save path can be any place that I want it to be, and I had just gotten through uploading a large file for the Court of Appeals, and I had my exhibits saved into this folder. But I'm going to browse back through my folder, and I'm going to find where I want to put the exhibits, which is a folder that I have called My Scans, and I'm going to make that my path. If you're just getting set up and you don't have My Scans or any particular folder in mind, you can make a new folder. Just go to where you want the new folder to be, or underneath another folder, maybe My Documents or whatever, and that's actually where mine are, is under Documents. You can see Documents here, and then I created a long time ago a folder called My Scans, and then under My Scans I even have a couple of other subfolders that I've created underneath there. But click on Make New Folder and see where it opens up or under what folder. If it's in the wrong place, you can delete it and go find the right path. But once you get your path set, like I'm going to use mine here as My Scans, you click OK, and you'll see here's your default path. Now is where your files will be saved into. The other option here is File Name Format. I've left it alone as it is, and I've checked on Rename File After Scanning, because after it scans my documents, I don't want it to have this name, and it prompts me once it goes into the My Scans folder for me to give it a new name, and that's what I do. The next icon is the Scanning folder, and I'm scanning in black and white 300 dots per inch. Black and white's my color mode. Duplex scan, double-sided, which is nice. When a document is scanned and it's got stuff on both sides of the page, ScanSnap will pick it up in one pass. You don't have to go back and return the pages to the scanner and scan the back side. And then I have continue scanning after the current scan is finished. So if I put 25 pages into the ScanSnap, maybe it's a 100-page file of exhibits, it will scan the first 25, and then it will prompt me to say either finish or continue. And if I want to continue, I'll continue, and we'll go through that in just a second. You have options underneath here to change or add additional settings if you need to. Allow automatic blank page removal is nice. Sometimes ScanSnap will pick up the back side of a blank page that may have a little dot on it or something, and it'll be removed. Sometimes it misses it, and sometimes it doesn't. If it's a blank white page and it's scanning both sides, if it sees it's just empty, it will remove it for you. And it will image rotate if you haven't checked that. You can set these up the way you want to, test them out, play with them, see how they work, and go from there. And the next option is the file option, and I want it to be a PDF format, which is going to be great. That's how the Court of Appeals wants our files. I tell it to convert to searchable PDF, all pages, English. There's another option down here, multi-page PDF. I want the everything to be in one big folder, and I can split them out later if I need to. And then the paper is automatic detection, and then my profile is standard, which is the first setting. I've made all these changes, and that's where it's set to be standard. So once I have everything the way I like it, I click apply, and I'm good to go. Now, since this is already opened, it's going to reside down here by the clock in the show hidden icon area. But I've already clicked on it. It's up and ready to go. And so I'm going to take a file that I've marked up. What I did was I took the Code of Criminal Procedures and the Court Reporter Rules standards, and I've kind of messed around with them and made it look like this file here. But I'm going to go ahead and scan them in again so we can see exactly how this is going to work. I'm putting my paper in my scanner right now, and the blue light's on the ScanSnap. I'm going to press scan, and it should be popping up here. Yes, and here it goes. And you can watch it if you have your ScanSnap Manager on the front window. You can watch it scan the exhibits, and it's going to scan fairly quickly. There's 32, 33 pages or so, but you can watch it go through, and you'll see exhibit stickers pop up, and they're really dark like that one there. Other pages are blank, and it's just going to scan through here, and it should take another about a minute or so to get it all scanned in and done correctly. But you can watch here as it goes along and see how it does. 99% of the time it won't mess up. The one place it will mess up is if you have a stack of documents and you forgot to remove a stapler. On one of them it'll mess up the pages, and that causes a problem. Now looky here, we've got some issues on it's scanning both sides, and you can watch it quickly jump 2930, and you can see that it's scanning the back side of something. And we're going to look at that here in just a minute. Now it's done scanning these pages for me. I'm going to put those back to the side, and you can see I have a choice: continue scanning or finish. In my case, I'm going to finish. It's going to process the pages. It's processing for text recognition at this point, so that I'll be able to recognize text on the exhibit, with the exception of one little problem that I will show you. If you have those lovely red States Exhibit stickers, or something that doesn't scan, some colored exhibit stickers, and you'll see that those can sometimes be a problem. Now I've already made one file here that I had messed with earlier that was called ScanSnap Play Document, and I'm going to make a new one here once it's through processing these pages. I have a Xerox Documate scanner that does this processing part as it scans the exhibits. ScanSnap waits until the exhibits are scanned in and you're through scanning before it does the processing. There's no difference in speed when it's all said and done. The ScanSnap might scan quicker and process the same. The Documate might scan slower and process a little quicker, but when it's all said and done, I haven't noticed that much of a difference per se in the speed of the ultimate goal, which is to get them scanned in and done. Now we can see here I've been prompted for the name of the transcript or the PDF document, and there's a default of the date, but let's call it ScanSnap Play File 2. I'm going to hit enter, and then here it is. Now we can see here that it's opened up automatically into Adobe Acrobat 10, which is nice. And remember, that was the setting that I told it to do down here in the ScanSnap button settings. Then we'll go back and review that real quick. Save to my scans, and the application was Adobe Acrobat. So it does it automatically for us, which is nice. It's ready to go and to start manipulating the file. Now if I do a Control F for find, my little find window is going to open up, and I can search for, let's say, code, and you can see that it will highlight in blue each time it finds the word code, and here's 3 at the top of the page. Now over here on the side, you can see the States Exhibit red sticker that didn't scan very well if you scan in black and white. So if I go back up here and I want to search for, let's say, States with apostrophe S, it's going to finish and it's not going to find it. That's not a good thing. I can even go here into Tools. I can go to Recognize Text, and I want you to watch what it does as I do this. I'm going to tell it to recognize text in this file, and I'm going to do all pages, and I'm going to tell it English is the language. Now what's nice about this is if we watch what happens here, let's say that one of the pages may have scanned in just a little crooked or something. If we watch what happens here, it's going to go through this PDF file, and it may even readjust and reposition some of the pages. But you can see that it's scanning through here, and it is recognizing text and everything else, but it is not correctly going to find the word States Exhibit the way that I want it to. But it's going to go through here and reposition the pages for me and straighten them up fairly nicely. There's some of those pages we saw that were messed up. I did that on purpose, and we're going to look at what we can do with that. So now I am just about through processing this document. Just got a few more pages left to go before it's done doing what it needs to do, and we're going to see if it'll still work for me to be able to recognize the text that I want to see here. Here's States. I've got it there on the screen. It still looks for it, but it's not going to find it because that exhibit sticker is just too dark to do what it needs to do. Now there's a couple of things you can do at this point. We can always bookmark the transcript by putting a bookmark in here, which the command to put in a bookmark is going to be Control B, B as in bookmark. So if I want to do that, I can do that. The only thing that's going to do is if I put in the Control B, it's going to allow me to put in States Exhibit 1. You can call it however you want to call it. What it's done is it's bookmarked to that page. I can go down here, I can scroll down and find the next bookmark. I can't search for it because of course it's not searchable. Now here's the next place I can put a bookmark. States Exhibit 2. Now the nice thing about that is it'll at least jump to the front page, but it will never put in the ability for you to search for it. What you have to do to actually make it searchable is you'll have to go into Content, Edit, Add or Edit Text Box. This is an Adobe 10 again, Acrobat 10. So now I've got my bookmark set up here, and if I want to put in, for instance, over here in the corner, I can click my cursor right here and type in States Exhibit 1. Then I can go here to States Exhibit 2, put my cursor up in the top right corner, States Exhibit 2. You want to be consistent in your naming. And then here we go. Now I can go back, do a search, Control F, and let's search for states. And you can see that it found it. Let's search again, and here it found it. But what I had to do was add text to the document. Excuse me. Some attorneys may get all upset about that, but that's an option of how you can do it. Let's go back to the previous version, States Exhibit 1, and here it is. Another thing you can do, another program I found, which is an add-on for Adobe, is called ExhibitSticker. And it resides here under the stamps. You can add a stamp. And if you click down here, you'll see that I've got some different things in that option. But one of them is called ExhibitSticker.com Promo eSticker, or ExhibitSticker All-in-One. This one is free from ExhibitSticker.com. All it will ever give you is the ability to put in the word exhibit and then number 1 as a sticker. Now if you watch this, I can lay this sticker over the top of the other one and then give it a number 1, and it overlays on top of the other sticker. That looks prettier. Now let's see if it will be searchable. There it is. You click first one, exhibit came up in the word I typed in, and then here's the whole sticker comes up, searchable. Once I embed this, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be even more searchable, but at least it's able to be found that way. The other way is, the other program is called the All-in-One Exhibit Sticker. I'm going to do a Control Z here and back that out. And I'm going to add the All-in-One sticker. This one has the ability to have a different numbering format and other options. I've got it set right now for States Exhibit whatever, and because I put number 1 in there, it defaulted to number 2. Now let's look at that just for a little bit. I'm going to go to Add-on Tools. eSticker is the option, and here's the configuration. I can tell it to be States Exhibit, Defendants Exhibit, Petitioners Exhibit, whatever I want to call it. Just type it in, and then I'm ready to go. I can give it a color: yellow, blue, white, green, orange. You can see the colors here. A starting number, I'm going to go back and tell it to be number 1, and it will auto increment as I choose the next place to put an exhibit sticker. So I'm going to click OK. I've got my setup now the way I want it. Go back to the eSticker All-in-One, choose States Exhibit 1, take it over here and cover up that ugly red one. And if, for instance, there was a little bit of bleed over, I could click on it one time and I can drag the sticker and make it just a little bit larger if I need to make it look better on the screen. So there I've overlaid a prettier exhibit sticker that then is searchable. So let's see if we can search for states now. There it is. It searched for it and it found it correctly. So that's nice. And it actually found the word states in here versus the whole sticker. So that's good. EExhibitSticker.com is the place that I've got that. You can buy different models of the sticker. You can always get the free one for free, which I showed earlier. This one has the ability, as I showed you, to do different things with the sticker. This one costs $149, and it gives me the ability to change this to be what I want and then put the number in there. I can even have it be P1 or S1 or whatever. I have that option under the add-on tools by putting like a prefix. I could do S dash or S space dash space, and it will put the number after the S dash. So you have options there. Now once I've gotten through all of my exhibits, I can look through here. I'm going to go back up here and look at my thumbnails again. And remember, we scanned in some pages here earlier and some things got kind of crazy. Here's another sticker. If I wanted to change it, I could fix it right now. I'd call it States Exhibit 4. I can scroll here on the left hand side and see quickly what I need to do. And down here it looks like I got some additional junk. Maybe for instance they copied the exhibit or printed it, or it somehow got extra pages on the back side because I forgot to take the paper out, or they put blank paper in or dirty paper and didn't change it out before they printed it. If this is one of those examples of where the pages need to be taken out, you can go right here, since it's highlighted, hit delete, and if you want to delete it, you press OK and it takes it out. And you can go down, and here's another page that needs to be taken out. If there's several pages like that, you can hold the control key down and go down, grab the next one, keep holding the control key down, grab the next one, hit delete, delete those pages out. You're good to go. And then here's one that's got some more junk on it, but he marked the backside as Exhibit 3 by accident, and really this should have been Exhibit 3. So if we wanted to, we could go in here and we could go to the Exhibit Sticker All-in-One. We could grab it. We need to change it now, make it be number 3. So we can go over here to Add-on Tools. We can fix it here, change it to be Defendant's Exhibit, and let's start it with number 3 since that's what we want to put in. So let's drop the stamp down again, All-in-One. There it is, and let's put it right up here in the corner. Now if it was really a tight area, you could even maybe shrink it down a little bit, make it smaller, make it fit so that it doesn't overtake whatever. You can move it around, get it where you like it. Oop, maybe a little too far, maybe right there. You like it there, and you're good to go. Now let's see if Control F will find that. Defendants. There it is. Let's go up to the previous, if it finds any previous. It won't find anything else because the other stickers are those blue ones and they're read in incorrectly. So this is a nice little add-on that I found for Adobe Acrobat 10, or Adobe in general, except for Reader. It won't work in Reader, I don't believe. So I think we're good to go here on how this works. Incidentally, when you print this out, it prints that white sticker where you put it, and you're good to go. The only other thing that you want to do is make sure that you save the document when you're through messing with it. Once again, here's that trashy page. I'm going to take it out and delete it. And even here on the left hand side, let's say that you needed to move, maybe Defendant's Exhibit 2 was in the wrong place. You can move it down to the bottom, flip them around. Now Exhibit 2 is at the bottom. Whoops, that scanned in incorrectly. I need to move this one down to the bottom here. Or let's take this one and let's just move it up one. And with the thumbnails opened up, you can manipulate the pages as you see fit. You can even take a page here at the end. You can be anywhere in the document. You can choose the insert page from another file, and let's go down here and let's find another document, a play document I've been messing with. You can have a choice here of insert it at the first, the last, at the end, after. I'm going to tell it after, last page, and drop it in. So now I've dropped in an Exhibit 1, and you can pretty much do a whole lot of things with your Adobe Acrobat 10, and with that Exhibit Sticker, which I really love. It's going to give me some other abilities that I didn't have before. The important thing, or the neat thing, would be if the paralegals and attorneys would have this program and be able to do this and mark exhibits ahead of time. But if not, if you had a break or something, you could tell them, hey guys, for a fee, of course, I can add exhibit stickers to your PDF documents for you fairly quickly. So another way to make some money, and fairly easily, and I think fairly quickly, if you had lots of exhibits like this, you could get your money back pretty quickly off of the expense of this. And this even has the ability to be used in the freelance market at some point if you wanted to as a freelancer. I can see lots of uses here. So I hope this helps give you some ideas on how to use the Adobe Acrobat, the ScanSnap, and this new exhibit sticker. And with that, I will close. I'm out.